Erastus is here. Erastus, let's start with this police thing. I mean, some of us were quite shocked when the accusation was made by the CEO of the Minerals Commission that Inaction, right behind the police station.
I'm not shocked.
Well, you were not shocked because you've seen similar things, haven't you?
I've been saying it all the time. I even wrote it on my Facebook page that has nature crimes suddenly become, something that cannot be prosecuted, because if we are saying that people have drawn pistols and are robbing people on a particular highway, and just close by you have a police barrier, and the police are checking for licenses and other things,
roadworthy certificates,
and they are seeing the chaos that's going on, and they are adamant they are doing their business. How would you feel if you see that? For a moment you might even think they are crazy, right?
I'll certainly question
a
lot,
but that is what is happening. Go to Japa. Japa is on the Ayamfree Road, close to Wasada there. So
Japa, Gyapa. Japa.
Yes, Japa. Wasam Chunchuna, by the main road, and see the Galamsey that is going on there. Few meters from there is a police barrier. They do road checks every day.
Just a few meters from the Galamsey.
Yes, is that not the same thing? Because here, let me read you a portion of this law. The Minerals and Mining Act 2006 at 703, specifically section 15 of the act, which says a person shall not engage in mining activities within a protected area, a forest reserve, a water body, a public place, a settlement, or an area within 50 meters from a public road. And people are mining deep pits, not small pits, so huge pits by the roadside. If you know Wasada there, so settlements within houses, people's houses are sinking because of that. And there is a police barrier and they are checking roadworthy.
It might not be part of their mandate.
See, so it's like it's no crime at all.
You said that flippantly, Ray. This thing about it might not be their duty, right? But I feel maybe it's actually a question we must ask. It may sound obvious, but let's ask it. Has the police been asked not to fight Galamsey?
I'll believe it because when you say it's not their mandate, which one is their mandate? I thought the police were to fight crime.
Yes,
all across.
In fact, law enforcement.
So even if I am here and there's a crime being committed around me, and by my duty I cannot even attend to it, I'll have to pass the information on, right?
In fact, the police
even as a civilian, yes,
arrest you.
So if by the whole day, a whole day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, I'm still conducting my business there, and the crime is still ongoing, and I'm not even notifying my superiors, I'm not even taking any action for somebody to come if my duty does not allow me to deal with it.
If you find it even tactically imprudent to do the arrest immediately, one would have thought that, we regroup, we plan properly. Let's just say that
bring reinforcements.
Yes, all of the other things that you do, when, for example, you find me too strong a man for you to arrest, the kind of calls you make for people to meet me in corners, and you come together, you all of a sudden you see all the motorbikes and the other groups and their cars coming together, agreeing that I've committed a traffic offense, a straight liability offense on the road. So they all have to go and deal with me separately. We are saying in this republic, we will need a different mandate beyond the go and check and enforce the law, to be given to a law enforcement agency responsible for ensuring that within the borders of this country, internal security is dealt with properly. They will need a fiat from who? Interior Minister, the executive president of the country, the national security. You get my point.
Yeah.
It's because it's possible.
Let me even ask.
And again,
if there's a robbery going on, and you are here on road checking or whatever duties, and you see the robbery going on, do you say that it's not your mandate at that particular moment, so you leave it to go?
No, I mean, you can't say that. The only reason I can say something close to that is that no, you are not competent enough to deal with it. So you draw the attention of
course.
Yes.
That is why you have your
You still have a duty. You still have a duty.
So you
assessment.
call in. You call in.
You call for reinforcement.
Yeah, you call for reinforcement. Something is happening here. So and so. But I even see police placed at intersections, and all they do is monitor the situation there and report hourly or by a minute or something.
I get you, but even so, when you are given an order, let's say from a superior, you, the law enforcement agency, the rule is that you should obey lawful orders. Anybody asking you not to fight crime, perhaps the biggest distraction of our water bodies and forest, is basically asking you to do what is unlawful by your dictate. Are we saying that the police are not, they don't have that kind of education? They don't have that kind of awareness? Because I've seen police officers, and look, I've seen police officers arrest ministers and deputy ministers. There was a certain Awuni, if you remember, he later on was taken to the eastern region. He was in charge of MTTU at the time. He arrested a deputy minister.
Yeah.
The guy said whatever he wanted to say, no, so far I'm concerned, you broke the law and we are done with it.
I remember that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but police officers see, and they are concentrating on checking whether or not I've exceeded speed limit.
Let me tell you a story. So, farmers in Abesia, in the Achumamponua area, came to my newsroom in Kumasi and said, we are suffocating under Shamfan activities. We mine by the Ofin River. We grow vegetables. Now we cannot grow the vegetables anymore because we have to fetch water from the town and carry it 6 miles to the riverside to water our crops. So come in and film it for us. We did the first story. It did not yield any results. Then the people said, okay, then we'll take the law into our own hands. We'll drive them off the river. They did. Meanwhile, they had notified the police many times. They were not acting. And then that day when they did the demonstration, guess what? One of the Shamfan operators reported that their motorbike has been stolen by the demonstrators. When the police came, they arrested all the farmers for the motorbike.
Wow.
But these farmers had been notifying the police to come to their aid to drive the Shamfan operators off the Ofin River. They didn't. And until now, as I speak, they are still on the Ofin River. The farmers have been given bail. They arraigned them before the Queen Mother in the area. The Queen Mother said, if you can't stay with the Shamfan operators, move.
They should move.
I'm telling you, Kujo. This is not fiction. The farmers are there. If you want to talk to them, I can arrange for you to talk to them.
We would love to talk to them.
Many of them have relocated. There are still some who still farm and carry water from the borehole in the town to the farm.
Wow.
Outrageous.
That is why I'm saying that now it looks like nature crimes are now no crimes at all.
You see, we are even calling them, we are giving them such nice names, nature crimes. This is eco-terrorism. You are poisoning water. I keep making this point. Not even Hitler ever did that.
Even in a war, you don't poison your enemy's water.
The most evil human being
And
on record.
we are in our own country.
It never even occurred to him
And what
to
is
poison people's
baffling,
water.
Kojo, what I think about every day is that, is it because as intellectuals who are in government, people who have gone to school, people who have done research, and they know that contaminants from mining, when they enter every environment, is poison straight away, and it affects your food chain? Is it because they don't know, or they know but they don't care?
Let me read something to you. So this was shared by the police with the media. We would like to state that the CEO of the Minerals Commission has never reported any illegal mining activities to the police, nor has any other report of illegal mining been made. However, in March 2024, the Enginem District Police Command, in collaboration with the District Security Council, DISEC, conducted a series of operations targeting illegal mining activities on the Brim River, located approximately 800 meters from the Enginem police station. These efforts resulted in the arrest of 5 suspects, 4 of whom are currently facing trial at the Koforidua Circuit Court, with the case being prosecuted by the Attorney General's Department in Koforidua. This answers a few of the questions we've been asking this morning. Primary among them, has the police stopped policing Galamsey? The answer is clearly they know it's a crime. They themselves claim that in March they arrested some people for this crime. So how do they explain all the other places in the country where meters away from police barriers and checkpoints, Galamsey is happening?
So do you know what I think? All the suggestions that the Lands Minister is producing, fine. We have tried all of them and they have failed.
Nothing new.
I have constantly suggested, why are we not holding accountable the heads of the district security councils, the municipal security councils, the police in every district? You see, when you do a firefighting approach like we've been doing, so you send military men from Accra or Takrady or Cape Coast, and then they go and then they chase the people around. They cannot stay there. You can't afford to feed them to stay there forever, so they move out and then the people come back. Whilst we have a district security council chaired by the DCE of the area, which has the police and the military at the local level sitting there and watching the atrocities go. After all, they stay there. And so when you tax them with patrolling the area, it is easy. It is less expensive, because then you give them the resources that you will use to give the military people to run all the way there. Give them the resources at the local level and tax them. If Galamsey is still going on in that district, remove the DCE. Bring another person. That's how you fight this. Currently, as we speak.
I remember Bosome Ferro.
Yeah. Currently, as
the
we
DC
speak,
that had a funeral which was more urgent, or an emergency that was more urgent than being dealt with by the People's Republic, when we were accusing the man of being in any way related to illegal
you see
mining.
the fire service. Normally, where the areas that they do not have fire hydrants, and areas where when they are there's a shortage of water, they rely on the streams nearby, the rivers nearby. Now they can't. You know why? The water is so polluted, and the particles, it clogs your pipes when you try to pump from. So now they are not able to use that. So when there is a fire and there's a shortage of water, they will fold their arms and watch you.
Imagine.
That's another angle to this whole Galamsey thing.
I want to check something before I share this story. I found it on Peace FM or Verify a Fact. In 2018, the Minister for Local Government was Hajia Alima Mahama. Correct? Is that correct?
I should think so.
All right.
I need to check.
Let me read the story. The government has identified some metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives who are involved in illegal mining, popularly referred to as Galamsey. The Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Hajia Alima Mahama, who made this known, added that government will soon name and sack all those appointees. According to the minister, the involvement of MMDCEs in illegal mining was thwarting the government's effort in the fight against the menace. She said the government has all the names of all MMDCEs engaged in Galamsey and will release them at the appropriate time. Hajia Alima disclosed this when she addressed a retreat for MMDCEs in Accra. The retreat was to sensitize the MMDCEs on government's roadmap to lifting the ban on all small-scale mining activities. And this story is dated 10th September 2018.
We have friends in the DCs and MMCs who tell us that they've been told to stay away from fighting in illegal mining.
But this is even about governments at the time saying that they know the MMDCs who are engaged in illegal mining. Were any of them ever sacked? You don't even talk about prosecuted, which is what should have happened. Were they even sacked? They claimed they had their names. Their names.
Yeah. But Professor Frimpong Boateng said it in his report. You thought he was joking? He wasn't.
So if the same government then turns around to tell us that, oh, we are fighting Galamsey, what will possess you to believe them?
If a whole Operation Vanguard in 2018 had to go to Kobro, at that time the forest was standing. Now it's 50% pits and gullies. And they seized equipment from somebody who was illegally pillaging the forest at the time. And then on their way, returning the equipment to the nearest assembly, a call comes and says, return the equipment and apologize to the illegal miner. And they did.
Hey.
And they did.
This was Operation what?
Vanguard.
The one that they are going to do?
Yes, in 2018. On the offing, there is a barrier close by, a police barrier. They see it every day. I won't tell you what they do after they've closed.
Hey.
Well, you have told us.
we get it. We see it.
It's almost as if they are protecting the illegal mining.
If they need evidence, Kojo, if they need evidence, we'll start filming it and send it to them.
If that's what it will take.
Yes.
That's what we would
If
do.
the IGP doesn't know, then we'll give them evidence.
Conferencing does not have to be the same boring routine. The location for your next conference can be both result-centered and relaxing. Aqua Safari Resort gives you the best of both worlds and more. Let them take the stress out of the process. Just call them on 054 011 0190 and watch your conferences and events effortlessly taken care of.
And I'm sure by now you know that all the 41 LPG companies and the 800 stations across the country are 100% built and operated by indigenous Ghanaians. And so when you refill your cylinder with us, you support the growth of indigenous businesses and create more jobs. But that's not the only reason why you should choose us. Our LPG distribution system offers unbeatable value, allowing you to buy any amount of the product in whichever quantities you need, making it incredibly pocket friendly. Are you worried about being cheated? Well, with us, you can watch Feely as your cylinder gets filled. Plus, we have weighing scales at every station, so you can double check the weight of the quantity filled. That's trust and transparency guaranteed. Switch to LPG for your vehicle, especially if you drive a taxi. It's environmentally friendly, helping protect our precious ecosystem. Go green with LPG and make a difference. Remember, when the last tree dies, the last man dies. Refill your LPG cylinder at your nearest gas station and help save our forest and environment. Let's protect Ghana for this and the next generation. LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana, your affordable, pocket-friendly, trustworthy, and eco-friendly choice.
Are you a graduate from the University, Polytechnic, College of Education? They mean Technical University, College of Education, Nursing and Midwifery College. Or you have completed SHS and you are looking for the opportunity to study your dream course abroad. You can study in countries like Australia, Canada, UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, and many more. These countries have no Galamsey, but they have excellent reputation in teaching and research. You can work part-time to support your studies and get up to 4 years post-study work visa when you have completed successfully. Application for January 2025 is ongoing. Contact Astolinks. Yes, Astolinks to get information about admission, scholarship, as well as how to secure your study. Astolinks is located at 4A Popor Street in East Legon. Call them on 0265 341 070. Visit them on the website astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Oh, now here's a place that I've been dying to visit. Never been there. Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort. This is all the way out in the western region towards Cape 3 Points. And they are celebrating...
I've been there. I'll take you, okay? Yeah.
Oh, nice. I hear it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah. They're celebrating 20 amazing years this November. Come and enjoy exclusive events, luxury stays, and unforgettable experiences, all in the heart of nature. Join Blue Moon as they mark this milestone with special tours, relaxation, and their commitment to sustainability. Don't miss out. Book your experience today. Call 0264 241 549 now to secure your spot. Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort. 2 decades of service excellence, one exceptional resort.
You say it's on the road toward Cape 3 Points?
on your way towards
Cape 3 points.
Yes.
Okay. One of these days, I'll tell you a story about my first assignment in the Western region, very close to Cape 3 points.
Was it to Blue Moon?
No.
What an assignment that would have been.
It was to Akwede, the village before Cape 3 points. I'll tell you about that someday. But the new order of retirement is here. Now you can retire on your own terms with a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. Yes. Simply invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and start receiving monthly income to enjoy the perfect retirement. It's that easy. And the best part is you get to enjoy salary increase 16% in 2023-2024. Call Old Mutual on 05045343333 or visit oldmutual.com.gh or simply dial *789 *01 hash to request a call. Obrapa Ahotonkwa. Old Mutual do great things every day.
All right. So, latest statement from Organized Labor Group about the pending strike, because we're a day away, 24 hours away from the proposed strike. This one is from GOSPA. GOSPA is the Government and Hospital Pharmacists Association of Ghana, and they say, among other things, while GOSPA agrees with the issues raised by organized labor, we also recognize the vital role that pharmacists and pharmacy technicians play in offering healthcare services to the people of Ghana. As part of the essential workforce, we are dedicated to ensuring that healthcare delivery remains consistent even amid industrial disputes. Thus, even though GOSPA will not be joining the countrywide strike, we fully support the organized labor's request and call on the government to promptly tackle the issue of Galamsey. We urge all political parties to agree to a pact that promises a thorough and lasting resolution to this urgent problem. GOSPA continues to be firmly dedicated to the well-being of the people of Ghana and the safeguarding of our environment. All pharmacists and pharmacy technicians are required to carry on with their duties until further communication from leadership. And this is signed Dr. Emmanuel Owusu Owiafe, who is apparently the national chairman, and and the PTAG president Richard Ofusu Adai. So
these are pharmacists in government hospitals.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
GOSPA.
They say they are essential.
No, they believe in the cause, but they can't join.
They can't join. Yes.
Interesting.
I think we are
Kamas had a term for it.
We are setting a certain precedent in the future. I'm seeing that there will be no more strikes.
And if you can just agree,
of course,
but continue to work.
What reason will you assign to go on strike in future?
No. When it comes to their pecuniary interest, for example, salary.
Yeah.
When it comes to their conditions of service, that one is personal and private.
When it comes to that, they are not.
So we are waiting for the next excuse to go on strike. Then we'll judge.
There is a group that was threatening strike because what was it? One machine or so was not working somewhere.
Yeah, in Konfanochi.
Yes. It was a massive threat, and some of us backed it. We thought it was. Listen, you have to fix that. It's important for them to work.
That's an equipment.
Yeah. But when we are all facing an existential threat,
yes,
it's not risen to the level that I won't say pharmacists, that professionals appreciate and understand or believe.
Medical
professionals.
You know the
especially
you know the
people
irony
with extraordinary competence in physiology, people who have studied anatomy. And
you know the irony of
yes.
These are the people who see firsthand the effects
of Galamsey.
They see it too. When I was in Cape Coast Hospital, one doctor told me, yes, we are seeing new cases of childhood cancers coming from the Galamsey belt, but I cannot speak with you.
Imagine.
Another doctor said, yes, we are seeing new cases of renal, issues,
kidney problems,
coming up strongly from the Galamsey belt, but he also cannot speak with me.
Wow.
When you meet the doctors, they tell you of the grim realities they are seeing in their consulting rooms. And these are the same people who cannot partake.
It's ironic,
but they believe in the cause. They believe in the cause. But they believe it's worth pursuing.
Because it's not about their conditions.
So the next time when their conditions of service goes haywire, would they declare strike?
How can they when they are essential?
So they've set a very good precedence for. The future.
No. They have not said so yet. You see, we should separate the issues. First and foremost, it is the belief of these professionals that perhaps the matter has not reached the level that requires a strike.
Raymond.
One. Two.
Look, they will strike if you don't pay them enough. But they, ironically, the only grouping among organized labor that has even sworn an oath to do no harm. They are the ones who cannot find the poisoning of our water to be enough of a reason to rise to the level of their insufficient remuneration when it comes to reasons to go on strike.
At least for now.
It doesn't rise to that level for now. So they will continue to work.
Yeah.
Do no harm.
Yeah.
Even the devil will not do the advocate you were trying to do.
The devil is looking at you like, now who sent you?
No. As a disappointed doctor, I must defend my almost became member.
No, but you see, Kojo, on a more serious note, when Professor Sampini did the research on the babies who died with their mothers, this is not fiction. Some of the babies are still in jars at the KNUST being observed.
Yeah.
The cyanide, mercury, arsenic he found in the placenta is no joke. They still have the samples over there. This is just a fraction of women who have died with their babies in the Bebieni and Yaso Bekwai area. That's a Galamsey prone
Belt.
area.
Yes.
In Dunkwao. That's where the babies are coming from. Now, if we are seeing this, I think the best thing by now is to start a full-scale investigation to know the extent of spread of contaminants. And we all know it's not Professor Sampene who is saying it. There are other research findings that have been published linking heavy metals to deformities in babies. So if we know all this, I think any serious country by now should have initiated a full-scale investigation, health-wise, to know the extent of penetration of contaminants in communities where illegal mining is happening. Because definitely you cannot close your mind to the fact that mining residue contains poisonous heavy metals. It's established. So if you have mining companies or individuals who have pitched their washing bay directly at the edge of a water body and they are washing mining residue that should be contained into these water bodies and poisoning them, I don't think it should be so difficult for any reasonable government to say, I am declaring a state of emergency on our water bodies. Because the law says you cannot mine on the water bodies. It says you cannot mine even 100 meters away from a major river. Why is it becoming so difficult to enforce that? No, why?
Government says, they remain red zones.
So red zones, what do you do when red zones have been encroached?
They remain.
As we speak, take a boat from Ankobra town at the estuary.
Okay.
Take a boat. I have used a boat on that stretch for 4 hours through Banso, Dominance, and the Nzema towns. And look at the mining, the champagne machines sitting on the Ankobra River. Do the same for Pra. All the way to Chifu Praso, Chifu Timokwa and its environs. And look at the number of champagne machines and the mining that is pegged at the edge of the Pra. Go to Samre Boy and look at the mining that is going on within the Samre Boy town along the tunnel. And how they are washing mining residue into a major river like that, as if there is no tomorrow. And then we sit here as leaders and we condone this, and we say that we should allow it to go on for what? For votes? Seriously, are we serious?
Goodness. Anyway, look.
Kojo, there is a question. Those of us who do not have the competence of Erastus, who have not seen half of what he has seen on the ground. One of the arguments that has been made is that, separate illegal small scale from legal small scale.
Which one is legal? Somebody should tell me. Somebody should give me just one example of somebody who is doing small scale mining legal and is adhering to the laws. I'll go there and film. I've been looking for it all this while. They showed me one guy. They called him TLG. He said he's the only person who does. I followed him for a very long time. He didn't want me to film his site.
Legal.
If somebody knows somebody who is doing legal mining, small scale, he should tell us. We'll go to the field and find out what he's doing there. But I have not seen a single small scale mining expedition that is following law.
The argument they make is that you cannot just say that merely because I have secured the requisite documentation, APA, forestry, and all the other groupings have actually checked and ticked the boxes. And the Minerals Commission has given me the go-ahead.
Yeah.
You cannot say that I have secured all of those things, and yet I'm engaging in what is illegal, unregulated,
The law says
or abusing the laws of this country.
You see, that is why we have regulations. This whole mining business, we know the danger in it. That is why there are regulations to guide every step of what you should be doing. Digging the ground, you're supposed to put first soil here, put the second soil here, dig your tailings dam, treat even the wastewater before you even unleash it. That is why there are regulations. So if you have a license and what you're doing on the ground is illegal, it renders the whole thing you're doing there Galamsey. It's as simple as that. And we have a way of identifying them. Why is the Minerals Commission still not going out with this tracking office? They have set a multi-million office, which is fantastic, where you can put trackers on excavators across the country and monitor them in real time.
I thought our rule was that we put the trackers when they come into the country before they are even deployed.
Yeah, but even many of the miners have agreed that they want to bring the equipment to be tracked. But the Minerals Commission is dragging its feet. As we speak,
why.
Where are the trackers? Why have they not bought the trackers? Why have they set up such an office, an expensive office, and have employed people who come 24 hours and do nothing? If they are really serious about regulation, why is that office not up and running?
I want us to end on that thought-provoking note. Erastus, it's been such a pleasure to have you in the studio, even though I use the term pleasure quite loosely, because this is ending with migraine. But if you stop, we're done. So thank God for you. We certainly will not stop. We are certainly backing you every step of the way. Galamsey must stop. It must stop. We cannot measure the threat to our lives and livelihoods. We cannot measure it. It must stop. And anybody who says anything other than that